The beginnings of Kung Fu. Though they reached the heights of their popularity in the 1970s, Kung Fu movies date all the way back to the 1930s. The first Kung Fu movie, 1938's Adventures of Fong Sai-yuk, was made in Hong Kong and told the story of a Chinese folk hero from the Qing dynasty. Ip Man. Ip Man was a master of Wing Chun Kung Fu whose students included scores of legendary martial artists, the most famous of which was Bruce Lee. In 2008, Ip Man, a biopic about the life of the famous master was released, with Donnie Yen in the lead role. The rivalry. The greatest rivalry in Kung Fu is not between any hero and villain, or even between two popular actors, but between two studios, Shaw Brothers and Golden Harvest. Golden Harvest was founded by former employees of Shaw Brothers, which surely adds to the rivalry. The two studios are responsible for virtually all of the best-loved Kung Fu films, including The Big Boss, Five Deadly Venoms, and The 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Bruce Lee. Without a doubt, the biggest and most influential Kung Fu star was Bruce Lee, who helped bring Kung Fu to the United States. Lee's feats of speed and strength are legendary. Not only was he a master of Kung Fu, he also developed his own fighting style Jeet Kune Do, which stressed flexibility and practicality. Using his Jeet Kune Do style, Lee once defeated a karate champion in 58 seconds. Chuck Norris. Lee also handpicked his opponent for the movie's climactic fight, U.S. karate champion Chuck Norris. Norris was one of the few martial artists fast enough to convincingly beat Lee, and Lee also encouraged Norris to put on a little weight to seem even more imposing. The fight scene filled up a quarter of the script and took more than 45 hours to film. The Game of Death.
When he was offered the opportunity to make Enter the Dragon, Lee was already halfway through filming Game of Death. Sadly, Lee died before he could resume filming Game of Death, and Enter the Dragon would stand as Lee's final film. One of Lee's opponents in Game of Death was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At 7.2 tall, Abdul-Jabbar provided an imposing foe for the 5.8 tall.
Been a student of Lee's, as had Steve McQueen, James Coburn, George Lazenby, and Joe Louis. Jackie Chan. In addition to being one of the most famous and successful martial artists and actors of all time, Jackie Chan also has a successful music career. He has released 20 albums in 5 languages, and teaches tourism and hospitality at Hong Kong Polytechnic University. Sammo Hung. Sammo Hung was a prolific director and actor with a distinctive comedic style, and while he didn't reach the heights of stardom in the US that Jackie Chan or Jet Li did, he did star for 2 years on the CBS drama Martial Law. He was, during this time, the only East Asian lead actor on an American TV series. Girl power. The world of Kung Fu cinema is certainly male-dominated. Of the female martial artists, the most notable is Michelle Yeoh, who has been dubbed the Queen of Martial Arts. Supposedly, she is the only one of his female co-stars that Jackie Chan trusted to perform her own stunts. A broken promise. Jackie Chan was just a struggling actor when he landed a plum gig as a stuntman for Enter the Dragon. During one fight scene, Bruce Lee accidentally hit Chan in the face, and promised to put the young actor in all of his films after. Lee's death prevented him from keeping his promise, but Chan managed to become a superstar without Lee's help. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.